Holiday makers in Turkish resorts this year have been shocked by some of the prices that some restaurants are charging. Are the tourists actually being ripped off? Inflation this year in Turkiye is around 100%, but the exchange rate has gone up too. So if you've got dollars, pounds or euros, the restaurant prices should be the same or even cheaper than last year. But some restaurants, in main resorts especially, have put their prices up much more than the rate of inflation. So are we actually being ripped off, or is it reasonable to charge tourists much higher prices? So I think the best thing is for us to go and have a look around and see what prices they're charging in the resorts now. So we've just been up and down the resort here in Challenge Beach, and we found that most of the prices are very similar to what they were last year. Maybe the steak price has gone up and it's around £15 a head now, but the beer price is between 50 and 60 in almost all the restaurants and bars, and that's only about £2.50 for a beer. So all in all, it's reasonably priced, just like last year. And maybe some of the resorts like Marmaris and Ölüdeniz have gone up in price, but here in Challenge it's quite reasonable.
But there's definitely something that suits everybody's budget. Cheaper places can be found in the back streets. I don't think we can expect prices to still be the same as they were 3 years ago, because everything's going up all around the world.
But it's still cheaper than the UK.
It certainly is. And the quality is
fantastic.
Yes.
A lot of the problem is caused by the rental prices of the buildings, because many of the restaurant owners don't actually own the property that they're in, and the rental prices have gone through the roof. And so have the price of the supplies, like the meat supply prices, really high nowadays. So we're in the Passepartout now, which is sort of centre of Fethiye. It used to be the most popular area in Fethiye.
Pideys are about 55 lira. If you've not had a Turkish pide, it's like a long pizza. Salads start from 30 lira. Tuna salad, 45 lira.
Which is just over two quid, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what about the prices in the popular burger places? So the Burger King Whopper menu is 84 lira, which is about £4. The beer price varies considerably depending on where you're drinking. We're in the main city centre here in Fethiye, and we found beer here for 55 lira, which is about £2.60. Something like you would have paid last year. Now if you look at the liquor prices, like whiskey, in the UK a measure is 25 centilitres, and here in Turkey a measure is 40, so it's almost a double. And a double, what we would call a double whiskey, is 115 lira, which is about over £5. So it's not that cheap. So how does that compare to prices in the supermarkets? The cheapest whiskey is the Bell's whiskey, which is 479, which is about £23, something like that. The big can of FS beer is 28 lira. 28 lira is about £1.35.
This is a liver wrap, and it costs about 66 lira.
Which is about £3.
Which is about £3. And it looks delicious, if you like liver. So here you can get a kofta meatball sandwich for 55 lira, which is just over £2.
So this is one of the better quality backstreet restaurants, and here the beer price is 55 lira, which is similar to other places, but also they do house wine for about the same price, 55 lira, and you can get a bottle of the house wine for 210 lira, which is about 10 quid.
So this is chicken shish, which I love having when I come here. You get chips, rice and salad, and it's 90 lira, which is about £4.20.
So like we said, you've only got to go into the back streets to get such fantastic food at reasonable prices.
Afia Thompson.
Oh, Sal.
These are Chinese spring rolls, 45 lira, which is a couple of pounds. Delicious. And they've got some good cocktail prices as well. The Mojito is 150 and the Pina Colada 130.
A latte coffee here is 34 lira, which is about £1.60. Get a plain Nescafe for 27 lira, which is only £1.30. And Rakı, which is the Turkish like Pernod, is 55 for a single and 75 for a double. 75 lira is about £3.50.
And what's a double? How measure?
A double is actually 80 centilitres. So are we being ripped off as tourists in the resorts? No. You will find that in prime tourist areas, many restaurants have much higher prices than normal. But you only have to walk a couple of streets away and the prices will be much more reasonable. But isn't that the same in most resorts all over the world? The best thing is to check your menu prices before you sit down, and then you won't be shocked when you get the bill. And spare a thought for the Turkish workers on minimum wage of 5,500 Turkish lira. That's only £260 a month. If you think the prices are too high, buy from the supermarkets like they do and go and have a picnic and look what a fantastic atmosphere we've got here tonight. And don't forget to like,
subscribe
and hit the notification bell
so you don't miss where
we go next.
Thanks for watching.